Yo, what's going on, guys? So today,
I'm not ready.
hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're doing the You Season 3 review. I said that right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
okay. So let's just get straight into it. There's gonna be spoilers in this video, like always. My least favorite season.
Not a bad season, though.
Not a bad season.
Not a bad season. Still
Just
good.
too much going on, I think. Keeping it 1,000. Too much, just way too much.
But let's get this out of the way. We appreciate the fact that every single season
Has been
I've
different.
gone for something different.
Yeah.
Because you see the first season and you're like, oh, like how can you milk this? How can you make it longer?
But also, I would say it kept the essence of You, of like the
Of course,
the structure and the
because you gotta keep like the main thing that hooked everybody on the show. But the season. It picks up from the last one. It's Love and Joe together, and Joe already cabin with the neighbor. But it immediately kind of like does a twist that she dies in the first episode.
So, okay, my thing with that is, it felt weird, bro. It felt like Joe found someone else, and then she immediately dies. I wasn't even feeling them together, too. You know what I'm saying?
He ended up not even like sleeping with her. He just kissed, and then he was like, oh, no, never mind.
My biggest problems with the season is probably just like the main part of You is probably like him liking a girl.
Yeah.
Right? I would say that's the main, structure or whatever. And in this season, the girl is Marion. We get introduced to Marion. We really see her as like the love interest, like in that second half of the season.
Yeah, like towards the end.
And I didn't like that because I barely got to know her, and she's my least favorite out of all his crushes. And I don't know if it's because they didn't do a good job building her, or is if they introduced her too late. Maybe if we spent a whole season with her, then maybe I'll feel a little bit differently. But that's probably the biggest reason why the season didn't work out for me, because I didn't really feel her.
I would say that probably my favorite part of the season was the dynamic between Joe and Love, because they were together. They would have their moments that they would like each other, then they would be having problems again. Like the moments, for example, that they work together, like that I found that dope. When they like build this plan to frame Gil, like that was dope. When they
build the whole cage,
they build the cage, and like when
they were just together,
they put these people in the cage, like Sherry and
Carrie.
Like that was like weird.
Yeah,
those were weird characters.
The show was frustrating because this season was frustrating. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but I think to me, Joe and Love are so perfect for each other that it's so frustrating because I'm actually rooting for Love to be with Joe. Like anytime she's with Theo, for example, I get mad because I want her to be with Joe, and I'm rooting for that. So when I see that, maybe that's also why Marion didn't work for me, because I want her to end up with Love because they are perfect for each other. And I understand why Joe doesn't really like that. But I feel like if he just simply communicated with her and they try to work it out, I feel like that she was perfect for him, bro. They straight up had a kid together. Yeah. Like I feel like they didn't. I feel like Joe capped and I feel like Love capped, and it made me not like them that much. Like I was getting mad when Love at the end of the season was super in love with Joe, and then Joe was just out there like, oh, I'm just doing this. I'm just trying to divorce you. Like in his head, he's like, oh yeah, you see that I'm trying, but it's just to divorce you. Like I don't like that because you can see that she's trying because she wants to keep the marriage alive. And then this dude, Theo, can't stand him, bro.
But I was not messing with that guy, bro. I'm sorry, because I think she's a bit... Like, I always found it a bit weird when it's like an old man or old woman with a younger guy or young girl. Like, I was thinking... That was throws me off a little bit. And Theo, he's just annoying me. Because of what you said. Like, because I don't want Joe to get cheated on. This man Joe hasn't gotten cheated on every single girl.
This is my main character. This is our main character. This is the guy that we love.
Like, whether he's a bad guy or not, at the end of the day, you don't want bad things to happen.
The thing is, like, they made him the main character, of course. It's like also like Breaking Bad. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Breaking Bad, but bro, when you're watching Breaking Bad, you don't want them to discover that
yeah, of course. You don't want to like this is a horrible person.
I don't understand what Love was thinking. I just don't see the character of Love. I know that she wants attention, but I feel like they didn't really hit that much. They barely addressed it. So it just feels like she was going with him for no reason. She doesn't really fit. Maybe like the only thing that I could think of is that she wants to take care of him like she did her brother. But then that just makes it weird,
That's
right?
A bit weird.
So it's like she's with a younger dude too. Like this dude is in college? He's like our age. And she doesn't look old like the actress. I don't know how old she is.
Yeah,
but like whatever, bro. That's still weird. Like, and it's like you're married, you have kids, like that just completely threw me off. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, and I really like how at the beginning Joe was like, "Oh, I'm trying to not do it because of the kid."
Yeah.
But then towards the end, he kind of like forgets about it. He's like, "Whatever." Like me being with Marianne is more important than keeping the family together.
And that just threw me off.
And if Marianne would have been more developed and I would have bought into the love more, then maybe I would have been like, "All right, I feel you."
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're doing this, but I do agree with you. Like I didn't buy into it as much, and I hope that in season 4, it's coming out very soon, that I don't know exactly what's gonna happen to him and Marianne, but yeah, I hope that in season 4, if they are gonna do something with Joe and Marianne, that they kind of like convince us more.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna get together together or not in season 4.
Yeah.
If I had to say, I wouldn't think so. I think they're gonna represent a new girl.
Really?
Because they already showed her. And I was looking at the trailer the other day, and there's already a new girl kind of get there.
I would have to see. We will have to see. But I think the problem with this season is just too many storylines, bro. Because you had the whole thing with they have kids. They have a kid, right? Then they have to adopt to a new place, so they're dealing with Sherry.
And I also feel like the side characters didn't hit that much.
They didn't hit, like, for example, Sherry, annoying, super annoying. Even Carrie, like them going to the forest and doing the hunting and stuff, like unnecessary. Just to me, way too much. And like side characters that they had.
For example, like Peach was annoying, but she was a good character.
Because she was supposed to be
annoying. Really
you
good,
hated
like,
her.
Purpose,
Yeah. And like, I don't think Sherry was supposed to be like that to a certain extent, but you weren't supposed to like hate her. You know what I'm saying? Because she ended up being Love's. That's another thing. She ended up being Love's best friend, and you didn't feel that at all. You're like, how did this happen? Like, when did Love become this woman's best friend? Like, I just don't understand that.
Something that I did like about the season was the ending. The ending was dope. It was like
it was cool.
That confrontation between them was like fire, and the way that Joe got the upper hand, you know, thinking ahead, always like it's just Joe's super smart at the end of the day. He always like has something up his sleeve, and the fact that he killed Love and burned the whole house was pretty crazy. Like straight up, that's probably the craziest thing that he has done.
It's just crazy thinking about. I remember seeing him at the end, and he was walking through Paris, and it's crazy knowing how much has happened in this dude's life. How much like, like death and destruction he's left in his path. Like, it's just crazy. I was like,
but then you meet him, like, he be acting like a super like normal guy, you know.
Yeah, I do eventually want Joe to settle down with someone.
I don't think he will.
I think he'll die. You were telling me that you think he'll die.
We're talking about that, you know. Obviously, like, this is wrong for anybody to think about it. You kind of want Joe to get a happy ending finally.
Yeah.
And like, I think one of the reasons that you want him to have a happy ending is because
you understand where
their childhood.
Yeah. And this season again, we addressed that a little bit more.
Yeah, you see him in the like. I was watching this video that brought up this good point that the nurse storyline was actually very interesting because there was this moment that he could have pushed the guy that was abusing her, and then the guy ended up killing her. So I think in his mind he was like, "Oh, I'm never gonna make the mistake of not," because he didn't want to do it because he saw that when he killed his dad, his mom like wasn't feeding him. Like she pushed him away. So he was like, "You know what? Let me not get involved." Then he didn't get involved, so that happened. Like continuing to show the thing that he does it to protect the people that he loves, is like we were saying in the other videos, it's like such a noble thing. I like the flashbacks. I think the flashbacks are very good to make you feel, to understand him more, to make you feel bad for him. But I'm still excited for season 4.
Oh, for sure.
Even if the season wasn't the best, I think they tried something. I just didn't hit as much.
Yeah.
But I think that the writing is still as good. I think that the show is still very good. We just didn't like the storyline that much. Maybe other people did out there. So but that's pretty much it.
Sorry that this review was a little bit of a downer. Just giving it 1,000.
It's just that, you know, like we have loved the show like a lot. So it's one of those things that we're holding it to like a really high standard.
Yeah.
And we're just keeping it a bug, you know. Other people probably liked it, but we didn't that much. So, but yeah, like we were saying, season 4 coming out soon. We're gonna try to review it as soon as possible because we're actually excited to see it. Not just to get the video out there, we're actually very excited to see what's gonna happen next. And that's pretty much it. Like, subscribe.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.
Peace out.